Wegovy, semaglutide, Mounjaro, Ozempic, they have taken the weight loss industry by storm, and the primary mechanism behind which they work is by a reduction in appetite. However, just in case you didn't want to use a needle to try and achieve your dream physique, I'm going to give you 6 science-backed ways that you can reduce hunger from today. The first is food volume. So let's compare something like Haribo compared to raspberries. Now, if we were to match them for carbohydrate and for calorie content, you could eat a ton more raspberries for a minuscule amount of Haribo. So what you eat actually does matter when it comes to how full you're feeling and how much food you can actually eat. I have a training on this. It's called Eat This Not That. If you want it, just DM me Eat This Not That and I'll send it through. Number 2 is fiber. And I know it's not very sexy to talk about fiber on social media, but the reality is it slows down gastric emptying, and your ability to feel fuller for longer is highly impacted by how much fiber is in your diet. Shoot for 30 to 40 grams and I can almost guarantee you're not getting anywhere near that amount. 3 is viscosity, or how thick something is. You know, when you open a 0% total Greek yogurt pot, you can almost turn it upside down and it's like cement. And that is basically going to be something which is very highly satiating if we compare it to liquid calories and something which you could just bang back straight away. The 4th is palatability, or a reduction in how tasty your food is. And maybe the bodybuilders had it right, because essentially you're not going to want to eat if your food always tastes like an absolute 10 out of 10, like you're at a 5-star gourmet restaurant. Stick to the basics, what works for you, rinse and repeat, and you won't want more and more and more, so we can keep those cravings down. Of course, we have to talk about protein, the most satiating macronutrient, basically meaning that it keeps you fuller for longer. And even places like M&S have copped onto this, and they've literally got a whole section called Fuller for Longer, high in protein. And then lastly, consider reducing the variety in your meals. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say, for instance, you're at a buffet and you've had enough and you're absolutely stuffed with a certain food item, but then all of a sudden the dessert comes out and you magically have room for that. And the reality is we have different senses in our brain for different types of food. So if per meal you keep the food variety down, you're going to be far less likely to overeat. Make sure to save this post if it was helpful, because honestly, if you're trying to get leaner right now, win hunger and you win the game. Hope this helped.